Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Najwa. If you are new here, I would love to have you do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do me a favor. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. What that does is it makes sure that my engagement and my reach goes further than it would have gone before. Helps us find each other so that we can have these conversations. So please, please click the subscribe button. So y'all, let's talk about Real Housewives of Orange County, the latest episode. I'm not going to make this video a long one because I feel like let's just get to what, Bravo has sort of been Easter egging us for like the last few episodes, which is the relationship between Shannon and John. Okay, I feel like there's trouble in paradise. We obviously see it. Shannon kind of seems like similar to what she did with David. It seems like she just basically is gaslighting others and gaslighting herself into acting like everything is okay, and we clearly know that it's not. I really, really wish that people would stop doing that, but it doesn't surprise me because we live in this day and age of rugged individualism where, everybody has to maintain that they're keeping up with the Joneses. And, a lot of the Housewives franchise is really revolved around that. It's revolved around maintaining that illusion. And so that's basically what I thought the bulk of it was. I thought the bulk of it was that Shannon is starting to be brought up out of denial a little bit. The person who I think is spearheading that is Emily. I love Emily. You guys know that I do. Here's one thing that I thought about Emily showing that she's working on the, how do you call it? The same one that Kim Kardashian worked on. The incarceration project, where she's helping people who were wrongfully incarcerated regain their independence and their life after they've finally been let free. I love that she shows that she's befriended this woman. I love that she shows that, her civic duty and her commitment to social justice extends beyond just her being a lawyer. I love that. But I gotta be honest, it scared me a little bit. I don't know why. It scared me a little bit because I feel like we live in such a divisive time that, I thought that it was really brave of her to really even just be putting it out there like that. Like, hey, I'm working on this stuff and I don't care what anybody thinks of me. It's done in a way where the show doesn't really go that deep into it. Like, she sat down with a young black man. Black people right now in America, it's like a target is on her back. I don't know if she got hate mail because of that. But then again, if I come on here and talk about that stuff, I probably would get more hate than Emily would because I'm a woman of color. We know that women of color, black women specifically, receive the most hate on social media. But looking at how divisive our country is right now, and that is definitely on purpose. It's been put in that way by a certain handful of very wealthy, powerful people who want to stay that way. I thought it was really, really brave of her. I thought it was really brave. And I just love Emily. Like I said, I love that she's authentic, and it's like when she was talking to Shannon, she's like, yeah, me and Shane have arguments, but at the same time, when we do, I talk about it. And I love her trying to hang up on the FaceTime, but she can't even like press the button. I know that Apple sometimes bugs because I have those bugs too sometimes where you're just like, hang up, and it won't. But I think that even though Shannon is really resistant, I feel like she's starting to face the music a little bit. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I've talked about the fact that Bravo and Real Housewives is a divorce maker, and it just perpetuates the stigma around marriage these days that makes it so sacrosanct. I know that Shannon and John are not even married, but I just felt like, I haven't felt like it. I feel like historically in the past, Bravo does sort of teeter and tinker with and poke at people's relationship, and it seems like it's just for the sake of entertainment. It's for the sake of the show. And so, I think that marriage is something that actually should be seen as very sacred. So I think that is not productive, to anyone to make it that way. But at the same time, nobody should be resting in a dysfunctional relationship if they're not going to prepare to do anything about it, you know. And I don't see how that could happen. I don't see how she and John could go see a marriage therapist, or hey, if they could get down to an AA meeting, you know, whatever it is. I don't see them even getting to that point because they can't even admit that something is wrong. That right there seems like it's like, yeah, something is probably wrong. I feel like in the moment these women wanted to step in and protect Shannon. They wanted to protect their friend. So I guess what I'm saying here is I don't always feel that way. A lot of times I feel like you should let people solve their own problems and let people go to the professionals or go to the groups within their community, whether it be like a therapist or their minister or their pastor or their families, and do their own kind of intervention. Or if it's even just working it out between themselves, like I think people should have the space to do that on their own and not letting Real Housewives cast, social media, you know, the news, 24-hour news cycle, and everybody and their mama sort of into this and solve their problems for their, i.e. break them apart and exacerbate the problems and open the wounds further. But I do think in some cases, you know, friends and family there are like a safe, it's like a security blanket, you know, and sometimes they see stuff that you don't see, and they do step in to sort of protect you. Because we've all seen it before, where a relationship becomes the ultimate destruction of a person. You know, whether that be abuse, whether that be alcoholism, whether it be arguing and fighting all the time, whether it be somebody who has destructive financial practices or habits. You know, we've all seen, whether it was a family member or a friend, somebody who just got utterly destroyed by a relationship or a marriage. So I think they were really scared of that happening with Shannon. So in this instance, I am glad that they stepped in, but I think that in the majority of the cases, you kind of have to step back and let people resolve it themselves. And maybe that could have been done here too, and Shannon would have been able to prove, hey, I'm an independent woman, I can solve my own problems, and she would have solved it for herself by essentially just, you know, leaving or moving on or whatever it was. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, actually I talked about it. It was Emily. Oh yeah, no. The other thing was Jen. Jen and her son. I freaking love that Jen sat down, you know, and showed the camera how she is invested, baby. She is invested in making sure that just because she is a white blonde woman raising a person of color, that she's not gonna let her son know that sometimes this world, especially this MAGA obsessed cultish type world we live in now, you know, that people aren't gonna judge you based on your color, and that you gotta pay them attention. Those people, no attention, no mind, baby. Just keep on doing it. I friggin' loved that. When people do that, especially white people, like people of color everywhere. You know, you know how they say like I don't know, an angel prays or something every time a tree falls. I don't know, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? A person, every time a white person presents themselves to be anti-racist, somewhere a black person or a person of color is just like, oh. But other than that, I really, really love this episode. I thought it was great, and this is what we want to see more from Bravo. You know, authenticity. But I want to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell so you know whenever I post video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.